Hey there, planners. Today I am introducing my 2024 wallet planner. This is my on-the-go planner. I'm going to be flipping through and showing you how I've set this up. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. I love a big chunky planner, but unfortunately those planners don't travel very well. And every now and then I need to have my plans on the go. I need to be able to jot down a doctor visit or a hair appointment or a to-do or have a grocery list with me, just having my schedule on the go. In 2023, I used a wallet planner, a combination of all of my wallet items, IDs, credit cards, cash, all of that stuff in addition to a planner, and that worked really, really well for me. So I am carrying that over into 2024 with this beauty. Before I introduce her in all her loveliness, I do want to say welcome to those of you who are new to Planning Annie. I'm super excited that you're here. Here on Planning Annie, we are a tribe of planner enthusiasts. We love our planners. We love our planning systems. We love being productive. We love getting things done. We love nailing a to-do list. We also love journaling and all the creative outlets that this community provides, including using different stationery and mixed media, all of those things. So if that sounds like something you enjoy, we hope you will consider subscribing and becoming a permanent part of our tribe. For those of you returning, I'm super glad you're here, and I'm very excited to share this lovely lady with you. So in 2024, I will go into the year using this as my wallet. This beautiful cover is from Aura Estelle. I will have this and everything else I talk about listed down in the description box below. This pink croco is just, it has my heart. It's absolutely beautiful, and I am so excited to use it. It's got 2 zips. It's got a little pocket here. It's got little loops so that you can actually attach a strap and use it as a crossbody or a purse. It's got a zipper on the outside. It is designed for the size of a week's planner, which is what I have in here. So let me get inside this cover and show you what I'm going to be using. Okay, so inside I have my actual planner. Now, you will not see anything in the pockets because I will be putting my credit cards and IDs and health insurance card, all the boring stuff that goes in your wallet. I'll be putting that in here, but there's plenty of room, there's plenty of pockets, lots of places to put cash and all of that stuff in this planner. And then in the back, I've got a Hobonichi Weeks Mega sneaker in the pocket. Now, the sneaker mega is, the mega, first of all, has more notes pages, and the sneaker just has the soft cover. I'll have it listed down in the description box below. This is in the pink version, but there are a couple of different color options. I love the Aura Estelle planner that it has the pin loop in the middle, so it doesn't get in the way of the zipper. I think that is just so smart. I'm going to take it out so I can flip through this planner with you. So on the cover, on the planner, I have a clear cover that is very sparkly, which I really, really love. I found this on Amazon. I was not sure that it would fit, but it actually fits great, and it's got plenty of room for it to grow, and it fits inside this cover very well. So sometimes the Hobonichi Weeks Mega in the sneaker version is hard to find a cover to fit. The normal Hobonichi Weeks covers don't typically fit it, but this one fit great. So if you're looking, I will have it listed down below. This sticker is from Virgo and Paper, and this little 2024 guy is from Coffee Monster Co. On the inside cover, I have this cute little die cut that says How to Adult. I absolutely love this. This is from Sweet Freckled Design. It's Lola, the How to Adult book. I think this is so cute. I also have the little Hobonichi flap here, and this is left pretty blank because I have a feeling this is going to be a very functional space for me, like receipts, things I need to process, appointment cards, things like that. So that's what's going to be going here. I do have tabs along the side, and I'll talk about them when I get to them, but they fit really great inside here. So I've got plenty of room. If you are looking for a good week's cover, this has got plenty of room from Aura Estelle. Okay, I haven't really done much with this page, and I probably won't. This is going to be a very functional planner for me. I did get this kit from Virgo and Paper, which is specifically for the weeks, and the way I plan to use this is to use some zig dot markers to mark vacation days, sick days, in-office days, paydays, and holidays. And you can see I've already started to do some of that. So I've already marked off all my paydays and where I have holidays where I'm not working in 2024. It's just helpful to have a quick glance of that. So that is the way I'm going to be using this section. I don't know what I'll use the 2025 for. Maybe as I get closer to the end of 2024, I'll use that for something. And then I've also got this place for notes. I thought about putting sticky notes here potentially as just a resource for sticky notes if I need it. So that's how I intend to use this. For this next spread, I'm actually going to be using this to help at doctor's appointments. So I really want to use this for health information. So I've got a key up here with different colors, my zig dot markers. So I've got purple for I experienced some symptoms, and I'll have a place to put more notes about what that is. I'll use my weekly pages to put notes about, what are the symptoms that I experienced. Doctor's appointments, my cycle tracking, my prescription and prescription refill, when I start a new prescription and when I have to get it refilled. So I really want to keep track of that information and be able to look at it on an annual basis. So this kit comes from Virgo and Paper specifically for this layout. So I think this is going to be a great resource for having at doctor's appointments, and since this is in my wallet, I'll always have it with me. It'll be easy to carry around. Let me talk a little bit about this tab here. This is actually an Avery tab where I have stuck on a label from Coffee Monster Co., the tiny label for tabs. I've just put that on top of the Avery tab because I won't move this one, but there are some that I'm going to move, like the weekly and the monthly. I'll move as I go through the month. I wanted it to be repositionable, so I put them on Avery, and I think they work really well that way. All right, then we get into the months. I went ahead and put for every month in here, I went ahead and put just a little tiny deco. I will not have probably any more deco on these pages, but little deco from Virgo and Paper. These are monthly labels from Virgo and Paper, and then also Virgo and Paper holiday stickers. So I went ahead and put all the holidays in so I can see where they are. And then I will use this just as a really quick glance of schedules, appointments, when I need to take the car to get the oil changed, doctor's appointments, things like that. So that's what this looks like. Again, I'd be very minimal, probably not much more decorating than just having this down here because, again, this is a very functional setup for me. So that's what the months look like. For the weeks, obviously I won't start using this planner until January, but the way I will use the weeks, I will likely set them up at the beginning of the month, set up all the weeks. Very minimal deco in here. This is really more functional. I can use this to talk about any, volleyball games or doctor's appointments or meetings, things like that, the days I'm working in office versus the days I'm working remotely. I can use this for a grocery list or any notes I need to take, to-dos that I capture while I'm out and about. So this is not going to be my main planner. This is sort of my on-the-go, having something with me all the time, because my main planner will be bigger than this and probably not able to travel. And so what I will make sure to do is anything that is in here, this will feed into my main planner. My main planner is like the one source of the truth. So I will use my main planner to populate this, and if I'm out and about and capturing anything here, I will make sure it gets into my main planner as well. So that's how I plan to use the weeklies. And then let me flip back to the notes section. So for the notes section, as you guys know, I switch up my planner system or update my planner on a quarterly basis. And the reason I do this is because I like to use notebooks as planners. I also my planning needs are different in each season, so I like to update things on a quarterly basis. that is a system that very much works for me. However, that does mean that I end up with multiple planners with different information in it. However, when I decided to have this Hobonichi Weeks as my on-the-go planner, I thought about how I could make the use of the notes section to be a place that stays consistent all the way through the year. So keeping collections and lists and things like that. So I have set this up to be a place that I could keep consistent lists and notes all the way through the year versus having my quarterly planner change. So for example, let me just walk through here. I did set up an index, and all of these little labels I made myself. I printed them out, and I'll have the supplies I use listed down below, but there's clear sticker paper, and I just used my inkjet printer to print out and cut them out and put them in here. So I've got my index. I divided the page into 4 columns. That should be plenty of room for me. And the Hobonichi Weeks is numbered, so that makes it easy. I've got the Planning with Bee holidays, 2024 holidays, which I just so appreciate. This is a freebie from the Planning with Bee website, so have the holidays there. I also have a 2024 page just to capture anything else, and I also left 2 additional pages to capture anything else going on. Thinking about like my daughter's volleyball schedule and any other family activities, vacations, things like that. Just want to be able to make notes about things going on throughout the year. I've got a place for my word of the year, which I'm just going to put a big sticker here, and then also a place to talk about my 2024 goals. I want to be able to list those here, and I also want to be able to break those down by quarter. So I took this page and divided it into 4 quadrants. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. I just want to have a picture of my goals on the go. So I'll be populating this as I finalize my goal planning. Then I have a whole section devoted to the family, which I'm not going to flip through everything because some of it is private information, but I just used a little printer and printed out pictures of my family. So this is a page where I can put family information or notes, and then each family member for the next few pages has their own 2-page spread with a picture and their basic information like, phone number, clothing size, birthday, all of that information. So any medical, allergies, things like that. I've got those on these pages. Then I have a contacts page. I'll have the actual contacts blurred out, but I have a place for contacts, just those addresses and phone numbers that I need on the go. Not really phone numbers so much, but more like email addresses and home addresses for people that I mail things to, things like that. Doctors, offices, addresses, dentists, address, things like that. Have that in here as a reference. I've got 2 extra pages to keep going with that in case I need to. And then I have my reoccurring task list, which I have started to populate. It's not completely populated, but this is such a good reference. I need to have this in every planner. And as I'm on the go, this is a good thing for me to be able to reference. I broke it down into yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and other. And I will continue to populate this as we go through the year. You can see I'm just using the labels that I printed myself. And then I've got a couple of little stickers here, like this is from, I believe this is from Sweet Freckle Design, this sticker, but I just put a few little stickers here. This place I will use for my triggers list, like brain dump triggers, to help me think of things, when I'm trying to figure out what I need to do or I'm planning for the month or week ahead. I like to have a list of triggers that help me remember all the things that are in my head. I want to have a page with planner sizes. This is something that I reference frequently, different planner sizes because I use different planners. So like having the size, what are the dimensions of the Hobonichi Weeks? What are the dimensions of the Stalogy B6, the Stalogy A5, the Hobonichi Cousin? What is a personal ring size? What are the page sizes? I use these, and because I switch planners, update my planner system throughout the quarter, I use these quite frequently. So I will fill this in. And then also a few notes about my setup. Now, I have thought I might use like sticky notes instead of actually writing on this page. Because I update things on a quarterly basis, I think what I will do is just put a little sticky note in here and then make some notes about my monthly setup or my weekly setup of my planners, put it in here like this, and then when I change, I can just take this out and put a new one in. So that's another way I plan to use this and have it be relevant all throughout the year. All right, for YouTube, I've got some statistics that I want to keep track of. So this is a stats place just for a quick view. A place for me to capture video ideas. I cannot tell you how often I'm like sitting in the dentist office waiting area and come up with the greatest idea for a video for you guys. Or I'm reading through your comments and get an idea for a video based on a question that you've asked. And then by the time I get back home to my planner, gone. So I have a little place to write things down. All right, master grocery list. This is as a reminder for me. The way I'm using this, and it's not done, I just started populating it, but the way I'm using this is I'm actually capturing those things that we keep regularly in the house. And that way, when I'm making the grocery list, I can just come here and say, okay, is there anything on here that I need? It's almost like a grocery prompt list so that I don't forget to buy, toilet paper for like 3 weeks in a row, right? Okay, meal ideas. I've just started this. These are like quick go-to dinners. I want to do seasonal dinners as well, but just have those meal ideas here for when my brain's not working and I need to put that meal plan together. All right, my husband plays golf, and I love to track each year. I like to track his golf scores, what course he played, the notes, all of that stuff. So I am going to use this to track his golf scores. We love to look back on it. I also put a page in here for my daughter and her volleyball schedule, so that's in here. I've got a wish list for me and a place to, put any additional information for other people. Put that in here and just drew the grid out. This is the date I added it, how much it cost, the item, and if I received it or got it, what date did I receive it or get it. I've got a place for me to put some notes in about being a hybrid worker. So there are things that I like to carry back and forth from my home office to my work building office. And so I want to keep that here. There's some notes about the building, the parking deck that I park in. Sometimes it's closed for, special events, things like that. So just a place for me to put those type of notes related to my work situation. I've got a doctor visit prep, and this is another area where I plan to put some sticky notes in. So when I know a doctor visit is coming up, and I have specific questions I want to ask or things that I think, I need to ask Dr. So-and-so about that, I want to make sure I have a place to put that so that when I'm in the doctor office, this is with me and available. I have a place to capture some self-care ideas. I'm just not very good at self-care. I'm not very good at it. I feel so superfluous when I'm doing self-care. So I wanted to give myself a place to be able to capture some ideas as I think about them. Ooh, that would be good self-care, and how I can incorporate that into my routine. And I also have an adulting log. Now this whole concept of an adulting log originally came from Lindsay Scribbles, but she uses an adulting log, and I just think it is such a great idea. So it is about having the months across the top and then those adulting type tasks like changing the HVAC filters and, ordering the dog food and changing the oil and changing the water filter, all of that stuff. Just tracking when that stuff happens. I've got plenty of room to add some more here as well. I want to keep a someday maybe list. There's a lot of times also when I'm out and about and I think, someday I should do such and such. For example, I have one of the items I'm going to add on here is to have a fairy garden. I have wanted a fairy garden for so long, but I don't have time or space to do that right now. But that is a someday maybe list, and I'm going to add that on here. Subscriptions, I'm trying to keep track of subscriptions and just make sure I'm listing things out as I sign up for new things. I'll put the list in here that is current, which I have cut down quite a bit and eliminated almost all of them, but I want to keep track of, what we are subscribing to. Some takeout information, like what do we order? What are the things that I like to order from our favorite takeout places? I always forget, and then I end up ordering something I don't like. So I want to have that list here. I also like to keep kind of air fryer cheats. So as I learn, or, when it comes up in conversation, like, oh, you air fry that? How do you do that? Anyway, I just want to have a place to have some cheats for that. Packing list. I will keep a packing list in here, and this will be like sort of a master packing list for us. And then a to-read list, because this is another thing where when I'm out and about, I kind of get ideas about, oh, I want to read that. And I forget it by the time I get home to my main planner. Same thing to watch list. Date night ideas. I'm always thinking of those when I'm out and about, or I see something, I'm driving around, I'm like, oh, that would be fun. And I just want a place to be able to capture that. And then the rest are just empty notes. So that brings me to page 70, and the rest are just empty notes that I can use for scribbling. I'm giving myself permission to not be pretty or organized in this section. This is just for scribbling throughout the year. I do have on the last page a little grid spacing guide and a pen test page so that I can try out different things. All right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing a flip through and the setup and my intentions for this planner. This really is kind of an on-the-go, quick, down and dirty, very functional planner tool for me in 2024. Having worked a little bit in this in the last quarter of this year in a similar setup, I know that this works for me, and it's a great tool to have. It doesn't take a lot of my time. It's not a very creative space. It's just a really functional space for me. And I've gotten a lot of benefit out of that in the last part of 2023. So I'm excited to carry it over, and I'm excited to have it in this gorgeous cover that is going to be my wallet this year. So I would love to hear from you. Do you use an on-the-go wallet type planner? If so, what type of planner do you use? Are there other lists or sort of reference items that you think I should keep in here? I would love to hear ideas about that. Leave any questions or comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did to let me know. Subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this. And as always, thanks for planning with me.